Hey guys, what's up? It's Brendon. I'm here in Mobile, Alabama. I just wanted to jump on, do a quick little live stream. Not much going on, but I did want to give you a little bit of a recap of what went down today. The player profiler crew, including Theo Greminger, Jason Allwine, myself, Anand, and Cody Carpentier, uh, friend of the channel. We all went down to the South Alabama Jaguar Stadium to watch the Senior Bowl first day of practice. It was two sessions. The National went first, the American went second, and we got to see a lot of guys that you're going to be wanting to keep an eye on for the fantasy season. So I just wanted to share some of my winners and losers. As you'll notice in the thumbnail, I really enjoyed watching Jackson Dart today. He looked tall and poised in the pocket. I like his arm. I feel like Jackson Dart is a lot better than people are giving him credit for. I have an insider who does a data analysis model, and Jackson Dart through this model would have been, I want to say, the quarterback 2 or 3 out of last year's class. So, excuse me. So hey now, so look for Jackson Dart to make some waves. Ollie Gordon also looked pretty good. He was probably my winner at the running back position for the day. I mean, the dude is thick. He is 233 pounds, and he shows it. He's going to be a beast. He reminds me a lot. I mean, the brain goes to comps, and right away, my first comp for him is Braylon Allen from last year. Just big bodied dude, and kind of like the throwback running back that you want, 6 feet tall, 225 pounds plus. That BMI is going to take him a long way in the NFL. At wide receiver, there were a couple guys that really stood out. Tez Johnson stood out for a couple different reasons. I loved his route running. I loved his catch ability, but I really did not like his size. He's only 156 pounds. I don't remember a lot of wide receivers coming into the league, even under 160. Under 170. So that really scares me, but he does look good. Another guy was Jaden Higgins out of Iowa State. There was a catch that he made on the boundary where he went up in the air. He high pointed the ball. Granted, there were no there were no DBs on that rep, but he went up, high pointed the ball. A lot of good body control in the air, and really good usage of his hands in the catch. His Iowa State teammate Jalen Knoll, he looked really good too. There were a bunch of guys. As far as the tight end winner, Elijah Arroyo from Miami. Now, we were expecting to see some Jalen Warren. He didn't show up. He opted out. There were some other guys. Kid from Clemson played really well, but who really wowed me at the tight end position was Elijah Arroyo out of the University of Miami. He looks like a big-bodied dude who's going to be able to play in line, but he has the skills necessary to get out into the passing game and make some catches. Reminds me a lot of Michael Mayer from Notre Dame a couple years ago. As far as some of the losers, it hurts me to say, but Xavier Restrepo looked like he was running with cement shoes. He, even in the reps that he was doing without defensive backs guarding him, I posted a video earlier today about him running a China route, where he goes to his left, then tries to drop and cut back to the right, and it just looked like he had really heavy legs. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's going to come out in the combine in Indianapolis and maybe show a little bit more athleticism, but that was probably the most disappointing thing to me. Dylan Gabriel out of the University of Oregon, he was a mixed bag as well. He has really good touch on the ball. I like his ball, and he can throw. The problem is he's at a height that has never been successful in the NFL, and I think that measurable really hurt him. So in case you were hoping that Dylan Gabriel was going to do something coming out of the University of Oregon, we might want to meter our expectations with that. Also, this kid out of Canada, I called him the Canuck Cannon, and I told him that was going to stick. Taylor Elgersma, this kid looked nice. He's tall and big in the pocket. He's got a good arm. He shows poise. He looks like the kind of guy that's going to absolutely be a day 3 or 4 pick, possibly a UDFA. Hopefully, he put some reps on film that people are going to notice. But he didn't play any NCAA ball. He played completely in Canada for college up in Ontario. But he looked really polished, and he looked like a kid that could surprise. I was talking to somebody in the stands, and I said, if you want somebody from the 6th round who's going to come out of nowhere and create a dynasty for 20 years, look for Taylor Elgersma. It was kind of a nod to Tom Brady, but and more tongue in cheek than anything else. But I did really like the way that he played. Jackson Dart looked good. Jalen Milroe did not look like he has an arm to compete in the NFL. He was skipping balls. One of the things that we have to kind of keep in mind is that these players in their reps are limited by what the coaches are asking them to do. They're not opening up their entire game. So what I saw from Jalen Milroe was he was inaccurate out in the flat. Didn't really throw a whole lot of balls past the line of scrimmage. I think from what I saw, and I might have missed one or two, but I only saw him complete one pass past the line of scrimmage. He might not have been asked to do more, but he didn't look very good. The comp that I would have for him at this moment is Justin Fields. They're almost identical in size, and I think Jalen Milroe has a lot to work on with his arm, but athletically reminds me a lot of Jalen. It's been a long few days. It reminds me a lot of Justin Fields. And then another guy that I was expecting to like was Bashal Tutin out of the Virginia Tech. He's a good story. He was at North Carolina A&T, I want to say, for 2 years, transferred to Virginia Tech. Put together a pretty good career, both in rushing yards and in the receiving game. Came in about 5'8", 6, 5'8.5", basically, and still about 210 pounds. So he does have the frame. He does have the body type that is going to be okay. But he just looked a little bit short. He also, I saw some guys who were going 100% in their reps, using fast feet to like get to the line. Ollie Gordon did that a lot. Woody Marks from USC did that a lot. I didn't really see that from Bashal Tutin. There were some reps where it was 2 quarterbacks and 2 running backs, and they were getting snaps at the same time, and everybody was kind of working in unison. And going back and watching some of the film, Bashal Tutin, who I was really high on and wanted to love him as a sleeper, it looked like there was more effort being put out by the other guys, a little bit more urgency by the other guys that were doing the twin reps with him. He seemed to, kind of come up short. Now, I did hear that he played the entire 2024 season with an injury. Somebody I was talking to his agent or whatever. And so down by that a little bit, but he is very fast and should run a sub 4.4 at the combine. Arian Smith is the final one that I want to talk about real quick. Small wide receiver out of Georgia. He was a track star in Florida. I wrote him up for Player Profiler News. 4.28 clocked as a 40. And over the next month, he's going to be doing everything he can to kind of shave as much time. So could we be seeing a sub 4.2 40 at the combine? If we do, it's going to come from Arian Smith. Our partner at Player Profiler, Jason Allwine, huge UGA fan, loves Arian Smith. And got to talk to a few guys. RJ Oben, the edge defender from Notre Dame, who flashed to me during the playoffs. The guy's fast. That whole Notre Dame front seven was really impressive and very fast to me. So I'm looking for a lot of good stuff to be coming out of the draft coming out of Notre Dame in the next couple drafts. Talk to Taylor Elgersma. He's a very humble, very good kid. Ollie Gordon had a nice interview. RJ Harvey had a nice interview. I had a good interaction with him. Both the Iowa State kids, Jalen Jalen Noel and Jaden Higgins, both of those guys were very nice in the interviews. Jackson Dart was giving some really good answers and stuff. So all in all, it was a pretty good day. I got some sun. I got to wear a t-shirt. We're end of January. It's been cold. I've been cold in Northern California. I got to wear a t-shirt in the sun, sitting out there today. Almost got a little hot in my joggers. We got we got the standard. What's up, Jamie? 2 minutes late. Probably missed a lot of great info. Well, you can always go run it back, and also watch the Dynasty stock market show from this morning. Before I get to the rest of the questions, let's go ahead and hear from Fearless Leader. We got a new game. I just did a whole ton of batch drafts on Fast Draft today. Also, we went to a barbecue spot and met a media company, and I got all of them to download the Fast Draft app. So if you haven't already, fastdraft.app, go ahead and do it.
Oh, I see all this mock draft information out there. Oh, this mock, that mock. Hey, what about a real actual fantasy game? The Flex 4 game on Fast Draft, draftfaster.com, is open. You draft 6 running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. The top 4 enter your lineup every week. It's that easy. It's that simple. Drafts take 5 minutes. There's a $50,000 prize pool. It's $15,000 to first. It's just a $5 entry. And the best part, no rake. No rake whatsoever on Fast Draft. The first 2025 Best Ball contest to open in the world is ready for you to draft up to 150 teams. Draftfaster.com, draftfaster.com. Start playing Best Ball for real.
So like I said, I did a bunch of batch drafts in Fast Draft, which is the best part of the app. I can basically just set my rankings, put 6 teams together. It drafts them all for me. And I found in my DMs on Twitter, Mr. Chuck Bass saying, "Stop sniping me, bro." Apparently he was in there doing the live drafts, and my automatic drafters kept taking his players. All right, let's get back to the chat. Jamie, can Arroyo be in the top 5 to 6 rookie tight ends? That's a great question. I think catchability wise, as far as his hands were concerned, I think he showed out pretty well. 5 to 6, if he's on the fringe. I mean, there's a lot of guys. Helm, who didn't practice. Warren, who didn't practice. Fannin, who did. But there are some other people with some better takes on Fannin. I didn't really notice him. The kid from kind of good. There are others. So I think there are a good 5 to 6 drafts or 5 to 6 tight ends at the top of the draft, and I would place Arroyo in that top 5 to 6. I've seen the video of Restrepo. He looked bad on his route running. Yeah, there there was something about watching college football this year, and I've relayed the story a few times. I might have said it on the show this morning, but I watched the 4-box thing on YouTube TV, and one of the things that I noticed was every time there would be a Miami game on, if I was distracted, I would just hear Xavier Restrepo, and then I saw him on the field and didn't. So I agree. All right, and then there hasn't been a quarterback out of the Canadian League to succeed in the past 40 years. Well, and this is something that I saw in a video from somebody else. It's not the Canadian League, it's Canadian college football. So it's not like he's been in the CFL and he's trying to make the transition. He's a kid. He's a college kid. It's just his college reps weren't in the NCAA. We got DFK. Why is that not going? I can't put your thing on the screen, apparently. All right. He said LAN party, and that's in reference to my little thing, Lan Larison 2025 RB1. Because I love LAN. We are over our stream limit. Uh-oh, that's not good. We're going to have to try and do something about that. LAN party. Heck yeah. Lan Larison. Look him up. Is that a goat? That's a goat. You and the team crushes today. Thank you, sir. So Campion Mobile, you are all doing great work for me. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're trying. We out here, we doing this, and it's all for you guys. I mean, it's a little for us too, because it's nice being out in the sun, and, eating barbecue with the crew and all that stuff. But yeah, we're here for you. So whatever. Keep watching. Like, subscribe, follow, hit the bell. Play Fast Draft. Love it. And I did not see McCord, sneaky turtle egg. I did not see him at all. And then also catch Chev and I, player profiler today, Friday. It's different for me. Normally it's Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific Coast time, but I will be right here in Mobile. It'll be 6 p.m. for me. So it'll be a nighttime show. And I will see you guys then. Also, I'll probably pop on for a day 2 thing tomorrow. Maybe show some press conference stuff over the next couple days. I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.
Hey, I want to thank you for being part of this broadcast. If you have any thoughts on it, leave a comment. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. And if you want to see more shows on the Player Profiler channel, subscribe to it. That's how we know you want more.